Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of Life of Love. I'm Adam,
I'm Steph.
and we are still in love.
Yeah, we are.
So, 8 weeks in. Thank you for everyone. If this is your first time checking us out, we appreciate you coming on here and having a look and seeing what we're all about. For anyone who has been with us from the beginning, we thank you so much for all your support. People who have been leaving comments, lots of comments, especially on our YouTube shorts. If you are looking for other ways to find us, we are on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And we put up clips, usually 1 or 2 clips every day of the past week's episode on YouTube for some discussion. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out. As well, again, we're sponsored this week by Fundy Shores Hideaway, located near Alma, New Brunswick. So if you are looking for a great getaway, either with your spouse or your family this summer, check them out. Link for their information will be in our show notes, or you can search Fundy Shores Hideaway on Google or Instagram and Facebook, and you'll find them. Yeah. So this past week, we did, it was kind of a delayed Valentine's Day event. So we did a cocktails sip and paint.
Yeah, I think it was
cocktails and paint, I think it was called.
Yeah.
So these events, they happen regularly around town here. You've been to a couple yourself with your friends where you just paint a scene, winter scene or summer.
And the instructor kind of guides you on how to do that and stuff.
So the beauty of Facebook, a couple weeks ago, just on there, and then this thing came across, right? So it was perfect. I thought it was perfect. Thing that we could do for Valentine's Day. We couldn't do anything on actual Friday anyways because our son had soccer.
That and everything's booked and overpriced. So like, you know.
Yeah. And there was, and it's funny. So I've been trying to plan one of these paint nights for a while because I know you've done them before.
Yeah.
But they're usually, most of them are always on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Here, and then, like I said, our son has soccer, so I've been waiting. Anyway, so this one came out, and it was on a Tuesday night, which was good. It was at Pickle Barrel.
Yeah.
Conestoga Mall here in Waterloo. We're in Kitchener, but in Waterloo, 15 minutes away from us. So we went there for dinner first, so why not, right?
Absolutely.
Give a night out together.
Take it when the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah. So, so it was good there. So, I mean, it was a slow night there, so nice and quiet, which is good for us.
Yeah.
Food was pretty good there.
Yeah, I really liked my food. I wish I would have brought it home.
Yeah, that was funny. The lady says, "Oh, I'll keep it in the fridge for you till the after."
But you got to remember to take it.
Don't forget to take it. Yeah, and then we're driving home, and you're like, "Oh, I forgot the food."
Yep. It was really upsetting.
I had a double cheeseburger. It was actually pretty good. Chicken wings were good. We got some chicken wings as well.
Yeah.
So throughout this night, so this was a paint your partner.
Yeah.
Paint
I've been
night.
wanting to do one of these, like, since I saw it, going viral on, like, TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, so we've seen a bunch on, TikTok and stuff. You've shown me them. And we're throughout the when we get to the end of the episode, we'll kind of show, we'll show off. We have our paintings right here. But it's very interesting when you see what we were able to produce, and like everybody had like a really good painting. I'm not a painter myself.
Either am
I was okay in art. I was okay in art class, and I liked playing around and stuff, just drawing little doodles, but nothing. Not actually properly like spacing out your eyes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So just talking about other paint nights, how did this one compare to ones you've done in the past? Similar?
They were similar. It was similar run. The other paint nights, well, it's a little bit different, right? Because you're painting like a scenery or like a selected whatever pre-selected drawing, and the instructor is painting it alongside with you. So you're doing it literally step by step, and it takes a while, then it does come alive, the actual drawing of what you're painting and stuff. This one was a little bit different. All he gave us was what is that, template?
Yeah, it kind of shows you, like, this is what you should do with your picture, right? So your head
like
should be...
in thirds.
Yeah, so you split your picture up into basically, like, 5 sections, right? Where your head is three out of the fifths, kind of.
So that was it was different because you're basically doing it on your own. Like you take your picture on your phone and you're literally drawing side by side and trying to make it look like that. So it's more self-run than anything. And the instructor was just there, on colors and, tips and tricks on how to do skin and pupils and eyes and all that stuff. So it was similar but different. It was, I would say it's quite similar in the grand scheme of things.
We started out by just penciling, so kind of the shape of your head. And then kind of marking out, I'll put some, if you guys want to see this, watch the video either on Spotify or on YouTube. I'll put some of the video, I'll splice some of the video in here. You start by just drawing like the shape of the face, and then you start segmenting out the face. So like the eyes are in like the top third, the mouth's in the lower third. Yeah. And you kind of quadrant out everything, which is actually pretty cool and amazing once you go through the steps on how like it actually looks like a real face when you're done. Yeah. So it's actually it was about 2.5 hours ish. I felt like it could have went for like maybe like another hour. Just because it's
I would say half an hour.
You're kind of rushed a little bit. And it was just kind of like as soon as you got there, like, well, we were eating there first, but
I think because the restaurant closed at 9, so that's why there was that time constraint. If the restaurant was open till 10, I think we definitely could have taken our time a little bit more. But in the grand scheme of things, it was okay.
But it's just a good experience where it's funny because you're laughing about what you're doing,
and
your partner has no idea, right? what you're looking at, and obviously you don't know what they're looking at. So it's interesting having a conversation throughout it about what you're doing.
A lot of apologies. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Screwed this one up. Oh, that's. We got to the end, and I totally forgot to do your glasses, which was funny. So I'm running out of black paint's all dry, and we're supposed to be doing the reveals, and I'm trying to. Don't have enough paint to try it. But anyway.
That was funny because I'm like, when have I never worn glasses?
But it's like, because I see you without glasses too, right?
Well, that's when we're going to bed.
But I don't know. I don't see you as someone who wears glasses, right? You're just a person, right? So like I see through the glasses. Like I don't, but it's interesting now I'm looking at you and going, oh yeah, she's got glasses.
Weird.
Yeah. So it was a really cool experience, and like I said, there was kind of it was all segmented down to like, okay, so now everyone's going to spend around the next like 10-15 minutes pencil draw everything. And then once you have that, then the guy starts, okay, now you do your background. So pick color. I picked gray.
We picked the millennial gray.
I put way too much black on it. It's like, there's no going back now. So, and then when I was telling her, I had to steal a bunch of her white, trying to blend mine down and making sure that you didn't go too dark.
Yours is darker.
Other people were doing like light pink and light green.
Green and purple,
man. Oh man, look how light their color is. Mine's so dark.
Oh well. It was honestly in the grand scheme of things, it was such a nice outing and such a nice activity to do. Like it was out of the box for us. We've never done that before as a couple. So I think it was like kudos to us for trying something that, we're not used to, right? So
so after we did the background, then we had to mix. Then we used a thin black to outline the eyes, and then it was like just the nostrils,
nostril holes or whatever,
of the person, and that was it. Eyes and just nostrils, and then from there, then you had to mix skin tone. So that's funny because the lights, the lights are like kind of an orangey yellow, right? So you're mixing the colors, and I thought yours was too yellow. But when I actually see it on yours is like perfect skin tone, like
I think it's a little light.
Untanned skin tone. But then I look at the one I did for you is like yellow. So yeesh.
Slightly jaundiced. It's okay.
And then from there, we had to do some shading, right? Like doing like the cheeks, like like just like blush or something, and like trying to do some of the like the defining parts of your face.
Yeah, like smile lines and like cheekbones and stuff like that. That I wasn't even going to attempt that when the instructor told us like, okay, now add some colors and dimension and yada yada yada. I was just like, I'm sticking with this plain skin tone. I'm not even doing skin lines or smile lines or dimples. I wasn't even going to attempt that because I was like, I have a good thing going here. I ain't screwing it up.
And then from there, it was like hair. Start adding in hair, and then same thing, right? Just start with your base color. So we got a brown, and then start adding in trying to add some highlights and stuff in there. This is where the paintbrushes they gave us kind of.
I think we could have used different ones. Yeah,
like an angle brush or something, because it was kind of like you had a thick one.
Yeah.
And then like two little thin ones.
Yeah, yeah.
So kind of hard to do, like, like you get like streaks or something in your hair. And then from there, then it's just all like the little touch-ups, like the clothes, accessories, glasses.
Yeah.
And then, then we had to do like the color around your eyes. Which was funny. And I just had to just triple check your eye color. It's green. Your eye color isn't like pure green.
No, it changes.
It's kind of an off color. Yeah. And what was it? There was just a video I saw, and it was a lady talking about they were talking about like what's something like funny about your partner or whatever. And this one lady, she has two different colored eyes. One was brown and one was green. Yeah. And she said it took her boyfriend didn't know until 9 months into the relationship.
What?
That she had two different colored eyes. And I'm thinking,
how did it take you that long?
Right now, because really? I'm not sitting there and staring at your eye color.
So when you talk to me, what are you staring at? Like between my eyes? Like what are you?
It's a face. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm not concentrating. Like even me looking right now, your eyes look kind of like yellowy. Like you're.
Yes, because you're
picking up. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Now some people have like those like bright like blue eyes. You see a lot with like people with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Like super bright blue eyes, and then you can pick that up. But even our kids, I couldn't even tell you what all our kids' eye colors are right now because they all changed. They were all blue when they were born, and now over the years they've shifted. I couldn't even tell you what their eye colors are.
Oh, okay.
It was so easy when we were kids because there's 5 kids in my family. And everybody had blue eyes except my sister that's a year older than me. She had green eyes.
Wow.
Everybody had blue eyes. So it was easy.
Our oldest has green eyes. Like green. Yeah.
But yeah, because I don't sit there and look at their eyes. I look at them as people, but they're not, I'm not zoning in on the...
On eyeballs?
Sometimes you only see the back of their head anyways because they're watching an iPad or something. But
yeah.
So anyways, good event that we went to. Something different. I was kind of hesitant, kind of thinking how well it was going to go, just in terms of how I would succeed in it. Mm-hmm. And then, as we were going, you really see how having that instructor led. You can see why, like when the people do it on
TikTok how it turns out to be hilarious.
Everything's just primary colors, so like all the faces are yellow or brown
or white.
And so not worrying about definition or like just like blending some and there is a process that you should follow on how to layer all these things, because as you're doing the background, right, so now the background's drying and then we're outlining eyes and the nose, and then that's only just a little bit of paint, and so that's drying and your outside's drying. By the time then you're sitting there for like 5 to 10 minutes mixing up skin color.
Yeah.
The guy's going
through. Acrylic paint, so it dries quite fast on the canvas.
And he's going through too, good. Like, okay, mix, and it's a process. So by the time you even get to there, I mean, you don't get that close anyways, because you can, but then it's dry and you don't have to get super close for most people like you with the longer hair.
It was difficult.
I didn't need to paint close to the edge because I knew the hair. Then by the time that's dry, then you're doing lips. And then you're doing the eyes, and then you switch to the hair. So now all that paint's dried. So it was really good. Where you see some people, because they're putting wet on wet on wet and thicker and thick paint, that all of a sudden, yeah, you can see why some of that stuff happens the way it does.
Yeah. But this is like, even, as a side note, if going out to one of these events isn't an option, this is something that can be easily recreated with like dollar store supplies and make it quite a cheap date night, even if you do it at home. And
I'm sure you could find videos too where someone would walk you through. They're probably
they have those
because now that you know the
YouTube.
steps, now that you know the steps enough, like we were thinking, yeah, we could do it at a family event or something. Have just randomly pair people off with each other.
Yeah,
and then.
But not even that. Like, even if it's like a cheap date night, like, for example, say February's not good for us. All the Christmas bills are coming in, and you still want to be able to communicate and have that quality time with each other. It's something that is quite affordable, and you can do it at home. And YouTube has tons and tons of videos where it's instructor led, and you just do it from the comfort of your own living room or
I was going to
wherever.
say, even if you don't want to do pictures of each other,
yeah.
you could
There's different ones.
nighttime scenes,
yeah.
And even then, don't show each other your paintings until the end. Like, if you want to kind of do it, you can say, yeah, look at mine, right? So it'd be interesting to see if you've never seen someone's artistic ability before, what it would actually look like.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. And yeah, just talking about, we're talking about our love languages a couple episodes ago. So we talked about how, quality time becomes is becoming more and more important.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, so being able to do something like this
Yeah.
was good quality time, and something too, like we're still reminiscing about it a couple days later, and the kids joking with our pictures and stuff, right? So we have them up to look at. But yeah, anyways, it's just a good memory to just remember, to remember the things that we did. So
that's great.
So that's that. So for anyone who's watching the video, so we'll show our paintings. So anyways, here is the one I did of her. So you guys can kind of see.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good there. So it's interesting them showing you how to do different colors across the face there to do
to make it a little bit more make it more realistic, right?
We took a picture of each other before we started, and so then you could kind of see where's the shadowing and shading and stuff of the face, and then use little white you'd use a little bit of white under the chin, a little bit of white around the nose, and then that's just how there'd be natural glare from light. So anyway, so that was mine of her.
And this one is mine of you. And you can see up close, my background's not so good and whatnot. But I thought I did very good for someone who has zero artistic abilities, and I can't even draw the sun in the corner like we used to in kindergarten. So I thought I did quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave you emo makeup with the outlining of your eyes. I will say your glasses were quite difficult for me to do because you only have frames on the top. So I was like, how am I going to do the bottom of these lenses? Yeah. So I kind of I was like, I'll just make it a little bit lighter.
What's funny is that fact that we're actually wearing those color of clothes right now. So there you go.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Anyway, so we
it's
just
fun.
Talked about. Anyway, so you probably didn't hear half that because I'm in front of the microphone. But yeah, so anyways, that was a fun event.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Would you do it again? Would you do something similar, not like the paint?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I know the guy was kind of joking because one person was really doing a really good detailed pencil sketch. So maybe doing something different, whether it's a pencil,
a scenery,
or anything, right? I think that was fun, something different to do. Obviously, I mean, what do you do? You paint each other again? You could.
Well, you could.
It was pretty inexpensive, so that was $30 a person for.
They're usually around that price
for the paint night.
Yeah.
And then the food we bought beforehand. So
yeah.
So that's that was kind of our that was kind of what we did this week. So yeah, we just want to talk about that, discuss that, and just talk about different options that are out there. If you guys are wanting something unique to do, that's definitely something that you can do. I always just search whenever we got like events coming up. I always just search like events in Kitchener. Usually there's like stuff on Eventbrite. And sometimes on the city website as well, or the city Facebook group. They usually have a bunch of events and stuff that are on there. That I always always look into them just to see what might be out there. You never know.
It's always nice to do things that you're not like used to as well. Kind of get out of that comfort zone and whatnot. And it doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be an activity like that to spend time with each other. It can be something as simple as going to all the little cafes around town. And every week or every, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever your time frame is, to check them all out, right? And that's not an expensive outing of spending quality time,
either
right?
Yelp or TripAdvisor. You can kind of search, top 10 cafes. I mean, you can have a little game of it if you want with each other. Just, rate. Don't check what the rating is before you go there, and then
rate it yourself.
And see how it compares.
Or it could be like something as simple as like when you go to these places or these cafes, or even if it's a restaurant, you can, try something that you've never tried before. Go outside the comfort zone and give it a rating, right? Make fun of it, of the activity.
We're lucky here too, so we've got the Drayton Theatre. A bunch of different places within like 30, 40 minutes of us. Like 3 or 4 different ones. So we've done that a bunch. Live theater plays. Sometimes some of the high schools put on a thing. There's St. Jacob's Playhouse there. We've gone, I think, to 2 different events there. So they're usually like $20-$30 as well a person.
Fairly inexpensive.
So it's not too bad. A little bit more than going to the movies, but a different experience and something to talk about. So we've seen some really good plays over the years that are still that you still remember.
It's one of my favorite things that we do together is watching like the stuff in the theaters. And it's not necessarily like the big ones in Toronto. It's all the little ones.
Local ones here, and they're like $40 or $50 a person. Usually to go there. Sometimes they have some discounts on like opening night, or there's kind of like the week before the debut. There's sometimes some discount ones as well. So definitely good options out there if you guys are interested in trying something different.
For sure.
But that's all we wanted to talk about this week. Just getting outside your comfort zone, maybe.
Get out there, go see what your city has to offer.
There's a lot.
Spend time with each other while you explore different activities. Enjoy each other's company, enjoy the activity or the outing that you're doing. It all helps, build that foundation, that relationship, and you can expand on that for sure.
Yep. All right. So, if you made it to the end of this episode, we thank you for tuning in. Again, you can watch past episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And then, if you're listening to this in audio, check out the video version on YouTube or Spotify as well. And you can kind of see our reveals of our paintings.
And you can give us a little roast because we're not artists.
Let us know who did better. But with that, we thank you, and we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.